Do you like oud fragrances? Well, we've got a great one to review for you today. It's Gucci Intense Oud. Dalya and I are going to tell you all about it coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. This is Dalya. If this is your first time on this channel and or you've been watching videos here, still haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button below and also click the bell icon so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And just when we thought that Gucci had launched a really awesome designer release here called Gucci Guilty Absolute, there was already another fragrance that was launched just before that called Gucci Intense Oud. This is one that I picked up and I really, really love it. And Dalya seems to like it as well.
Gorgeous. It's stunning. This is beautiful. I have the notes for you. Shout out to Cara Marie on the awesome phone case. This is by Felony. This is incense. So of course we love incense.
We love incense.
Incense, woody notes, leather, amber, oud, and olibanum.
Olibanum.
It's gorgeous. It actually launched in 2016.
Yeah.
And it's by Aurelien.
Guichard? Yeah.
Okay.
Very well known nose. This one was Alberto Moria's. So when I did my review for this one, January 2017, this one was already launched, but I picked this up last year and I've been wearing it here and there and I absolutely love it. And I've actually included it on lists. This was my ¡1 designer oud fragrance and
It's glorious.
It's so good.
This heady, fizzy,
let me spray some more.
bright sort of oud. It is slightly more on the masculine side to my nose. Beautiful bottle, actually.
Can you wear it as an earring?
I can't. But this is really beautifully done.
Well, for example, the audience here that watches this video and they don't know about this oud, they know Tom Ford Oud Wood. You think they're gonna like something like this? Because Tom Ford Oud Wood to me is a great oud, but I find it to be not a challenging oud. Whereas this one I find it to be a little more challenging, a little more Middle Eastern style. There's a little bit of dirty in there, a little bit of resins from the olibanum. What are your thoughts?
It does start out sort of dark and mysterious and dirty, which is a departure. A lot of fragrances open with the lighter notes and it starts out kind of fresh and there might be sort of a muskier base. This one starts out a little dark, which might startle people, but it lifts pretty quickly. It doesn't stay. It doesn't stay in that murky kind of place where it opens.
So good though.
It's almost floral. It's not at all, but there's some quality to it that it opens the way a flower does, just to be a little poetic. It's absolutely beautiful. I would say a little more on the masculine side, but it has that great quality that incense does and oud does, which is it kind of warms your heart. It's I don't know. I mean,
this would have actually ended up being a perfect fragrance in our incense video.
I was thinking that. It
It's
has a
so
musk
good.
to it as well.
How about the little bit of the animalic touch? Where's that coming from? Probably from the oud, right?
Well, I already have it, and I literally just sprayed it a second ago. So, was there a musk note in here? It has leather. It might be that.
Do you think it's the same leather as it is in the Gucci Guilty Absolute?
Oh, let's smell side by side.
A little bit, I think. Although they're different perfumers.
Maybe Gucci is looking to have a, you know how like there's that Chanel DNA and like the Towerville DNA that we talk about? Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a musk cocktail
Guichard?
that Gucci is looking
like a tower oud?
I don't know, I'm speculating. I don't have any insider information on that. It's beautiful. It blends really well with my skin.
I noticed here also with the notes, there's no like top notes, heart notes, and base notes.
Yeah.
The notes are delivered to you as is.
It almost is like an upside down sort of experience. It started out really dark and black and murky and musky, but
and it opens up, whereas it should
blended
normally
very quickly, as opposed to sort of being this bright light thing and
getting darker. No, it's so good, huh?
It's so good. I don't have any geographical association with where this would or wouldn't be popular. Oud has been a major ingredient for like what 3 or 4 years now. It's everybody has one or two. It seems every single brand, which is a little bit sad actually because oud is well, it's a tree that I don't remember which tree, presumably the agarwood, but I think it's one that survives some sort of tree sickness, and the survivors have this lovely smell, and then we cut them down to make fragrance out of them, which is super sad. But many trees don't survive it, so the survivors are more rare, and that's part of why oud is
expensive.
It's expensive because I mean, it does have a little bit of a medicinal quality to it.
I was going to say medicinal, it's smoky, it's oud, it's slightly animalic.
This reminds me a little bit of the oud that is used in Byredo's Oud Immortelle.
Oh, I don't have that one. I have oud, Accord oud, which I like a little better. It's a little more boozy and plummy.
This is a little more...
This is not bright, it's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark, a little austere, maybe mysterious, but it has a very dark, it's actually, this is a difficult thing to do. It is both austere and sort of sexy and mysterious.
More masculine than unisex. Well, it's unisex, but it's more masculine leaning than feminine leaning.
I would say this is more masculine.
Yeah.
It's maybe not beast mode, but it is a heavier fragrance.
It's a heavy fragrance, but not like major projection, like beast mode projection. Performance is really good on this one also. All day, probably about 7 hours, maybe pushing 8. So it's great for a designer. The price is $137 for a 90 ml bottle. It's not your traditional 100 ml bottle. It's a 90 ml 3 ounce bottle. And it's not, for example, like a exclusive collection fragrance or a private blend kind of a release. It's their basic collection, so it's a little higher price than your traditional designer releases, but it's also, like I said, not part of like an exclusive line. So this you can get pretty much most department stores, although a little more higher end. I think Saks carries it. I don't know who else carries it, but
this would be a nice gateway drug, maybe gateway for somebody who is very familiar and comfortable with designers, maybe has gotten to the point where like they're wearing Tom Ford a lot more, and is interested in exploring indie at some point. This has almost an indie feel to it.
Yeah.
Or a niche feel
very
to it.
niche feel to it. Very, very niche. And again, as far as...
It's very glamorous.
It's glamorous. Although, if it's masculine, can you say it's still...
I can.
Glamorous?
I just did.
Okay. It's glamorous.
Yeah.
She says it.
I do say that. It's glamorous in the way that, like, I know that Tom Ford isn't with Gucci anymore, but, like, it's in that Tom Ford cufflinks kind of glamorous way.
Bringing up Tom Ford, I was going to say, is Gucci trying to get back to the days of when Tom Ford was there? Because they had Gucci Envy and Gucci Rush. Those fragrances were amazing fragrances that Tom Ford was responsible for. And is that what you're trying to get back to now with these two amazing releases?
That era of Gucci was amazing from a fashion perspective. I don't have a strong sense of what fragrances Tom Ford and Gucci did. I don't know. I don't have that in my head without looking it up. But I remember that. I remember those ad campaigns with those 1970s style like drapey, dresses with buckles and things like that. It was very glamorous. It was very new and very fresh. And different at the time. I have no idea what they are or aren't trying to do, but if this level of quality continues, I will be buying more designer fragrances.
Wow. The other thing I want to say is going back to the top 5 designer oud fragrances video. This, as I said, was number 1. You can watch that video. I'll have a link in the info box. But if you are looking for a little more inexpensive, try the M7 from YSL. But this you can find for some deals. Like Notino has it currently for $90, which is less than the suggested retail of $137, which is under $100. That's why I put that this fragrance in that video under $100. But this is definitely number 1. Number 2 was M7, and then I also included Versace's oud in there. and then there was the Ralph Lauren Oud, and then the Jar Morvetos Oud. But this is definitely one of the best designer oud fragrances in their not exclusive or private collection.
And now it's been on for a few minutes. It's
Can I smell?
yeah. It's on me. It's actually
It's brighter now.
It's a lot brighter. It's more unisex.
It's dark, but it's still
yeah. I actually whatever my chemistry and the chemistry of this fragrance are making peace with each other and coming to terms with a more unisex kind of feel on me. I actually would not have thought that I could wear this, but apparently I can. It's beautiful. This is...
Yeah, hopefully we're going to go in this direction with designers, especially Gucci now.
Oh, I mean, if you like this, great opportunity to go out there and make a purchase and show them that you like this, so that they continue.
They continue.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
and this too.
I might have to take my own advice on that one. That's beautiful.
So that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know. Do you like Gucci? Do you wear it? Do you own it? Have you been wanting to pick it up? Let us know so we can get a conversation started. Also, I'll have a link in the info box for this fragrance if you want to pick up a bottle. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.